Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome.
What up?
Always glad to be here once again. I feel like we say that all the time, but I mean, it's true, you know.
Always good to be here.
Yep. So we're going to start off today. We're going to actually interview our friend Jose for a bit about his food startup and, just have a little discussion about what goes into it and all that, whatever you want to talk about, man. So, go ahead. So what's it about? What do you sell?
Sure, man. All right. Is this good? Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, it's Peruvian and Mexican food. We kind of came up with this idea, like, every time we just get like high and fucking
Yeah. I bet especially that. Yeah.
we like to go ahead and just kind of like have people over, and we have these things called like Friday night dinners. So we go to my partner David's house, right? My partner in this business, and we just end up cooking for, you know, his wife, his kid, and my fiance, and then before you know it, like Brett's like coming over, Allie's coming over, and like, you know, everybody just ends up showing up. So we kind of always wanted to. I was working a 9 to 5 before any of this shit, and it was in IT, and I was not happy with this shit at all. And I've always loved cooking.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it makes it easier to sit down with somebody and then kind of just like share something.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like you meet up with your boys, or like you meet up with somebody and like they're coming out of town, but like food's always involved, and sometimes even starts a conversation. So that's kind of what we're looking to do, and the shit that's going on now, to like, you know, what we're witnessing today with all the crazy shit that's going on. We just want to give people kind of like a little break.
Yeah,
and,
for sure, man.
Some comfort food.
And I think it just brings that just overall satisfaction with doing that, you know. And and that's the big thing with cooking. That's why, like, for me, sorry, I feel like I'm echoey. I'm sorry. Sorry though. But and so that's a big reason why I want to get more into cooking. Satisfaction and that gratification of, you know, something that you made, and also what you can make for others and all that, because it's a very impressive field, I think, you know. And so Peruvian and Mexican,
it's Peruvian and Mexican food.
Okay.
So it's typically Peruvian and Mexican, like street food.
Okay.
But a lot of these things that we make is like David's wife is Mexican, so, you know, he's like I think Cuban, Puerto Rican, but he was introduced to this like family dinners and stuff from her family. Yeah. And then she was introduced to all these foods, like we're talking like esquites and tacos. Yeah. You know, all that good shit.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Who doesn't love a good taco?
Right.
But yeah, man. I mean, that's how literally this whole thing started. It was just we always wanted something that was very family oriented, exactly. Very like close together, something that feels very like, homey.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of how we came up with the name and the logo too.
Okay.
So like Gordito Lindo. Gordito means fatty.
Okay, yeah.
And typically, like, when you're growing up, like, Hispanic, it's like a cutesy nickname your mom gives you. Like, even if you're not fat.
Yeah. It's like a cute little,
Yeah, and I think that's why being bulimic is, like, a thing in Hispanic families, because they fuck you up like that, man. It's like, yo, don't call somebody fat. Like,
yeah,
exactly. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but then you're giving somebody, like, such a false expectation. Anyway, there's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But so it's like Gordito Lindo is like a nickname. You know, Gordito is like a nickname my mom actually calls me even till now.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
And then the Lindo part, it means pretty. And it's just kind of, it's a way of the fact me being 26 and finally feeling like comfortable with myself.
Yes.
And secure in everything that I decided to do, and I think that's why everything's being executed, you know, pretty decently in my opinion, anyways. So yeah, I mean, that's where the whole name came from.
Yeah.
The logo is very much, if you guys ever meet David, it's you know that's what the logo is based on.
Oh, okay, yeah. And I wish at this part I wish we had a visual so we can like put it up, you know, and but yeah, so they'll check that out later. We can share and if you have any like social media or whatever.
I'll describe it right now.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
It's a dude with a hat, some very hipster looking glasses, and a big ass beard. Okay. Yeah, I'm the one with the glasses, the hipster glasses.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And what's the Instagram and everything?
It's Gordito Lindo __.
Nice. Okay.
2 underscores.
2 underscores, not 3.
So was the first one taken?
That's exactly what the fuck happened. Like, I originally wait, are we allowed to curse in this thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna show this to my mom, so.
Hey mom, here's the Ballz Deep podcast.
Yo, mom, Brett can rap. Listen to this. It's crazy. Man, you should tell the family you rap though. Like, that'd be dope.
How would Martha take that?
I think she would just think that you're a very interesting man.
Who's Martha?
My girlfriend's mom.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's hot.
Nice.
I'm just kidding. If you're gonna listen to this, I'm sorry. If you listen to this, then yeah. JK, we mean well. Sorry, Martha.
You're spiraling, Keenan.
I know, for real.
It's okay.
Just digging myself a hole.
It's all right.
But no, interesting though. Great name though. Great. I mean, the name's great, but just the sentimental factor of the name. I think that's what makes the name even more notable. You know. Yeah. So I guess we will try it now. I guess, right? I think this is the time.
What did you bring us today?
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah.
What did you bring us?
Yeah. So this is I've had this obsession with like fried chicken for like the past couple like months now, and there's like very different ways. Like I've seen how Japanese do fried chicken, right? And I think they do something, I don't know. You guys might have to check me on this, but I think they use some sort of like rice in it too, so it gives it more like a
rice
puffy,
in,
like, and it tastes so fucking good.
I just said rice in, like the poison.
Oh,
but rice in it, what?
No,
Damn,
rice,
no wonder it's so good.
It's addictive.
So they put rice in the KFC puts rice in the breading.
Yeah, like I remember I was watching the show called Ugly Delicious, and it has David Chang, which is he's actually kind of one of like the biggest inspirations for this even food truck thing. Cool. Yeah, very much inspired by him. But like so they like go to Japan, and then there's like this whole episode where apparently KFC is its biggest in Japan, and obviously they cover the South. Like there's Atlanta, like I think it's called like Hattie B's or something like that. Okay. They have like the best like hot chicken, and then they talk about like Nashville chicken. So then they move on to like how Japan does it. So I just kind of developed this obsession, and I'm like, okay, so I've never had Peruvian fried chicken, and I know there is like we have our own style. I think they have like cornstarch or something like that to the breading. But I was like, all right, well I'm just gonna do this how it would taste like if. I don't know if your mom were to like decide to make you fried chicken, like a Hispanic mom. That's not something that you eat growing up Hispanic. It's always weird shit that you don't like when you're younger that you appreciate later.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, so literally, I decided to smoke yesterday. Surprise. And I made this chicken. I put it in like this brine, and it has a bunch of like household, like very like traditional in the sense that like you can literally go to any Dominican household, any Puerto Rican household, and any like Peruvian, Ecuadorian household, and it's sazon Goya, right? Like everyone knows what sazon is, everyone knows what adobo is. It's fucking delicious, probably packed with like MSG, but it's fucking. So I just literally did all that to the point where when I was frying the chicken, I smelled like my mom was like, as if my mom was making sofrito or some shit.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's what this chicken is. It's called a gordito chicken.
Okay.
So yeah, it's kind of like our take on it.
Sounds like a home style recipe.
Yeah,
Right,
very home style.
Is there a secret ingredient?
Yeah, there's a couple
that you want to share?
I
No.
don't know, man.
So-
Depends how many followers I get.
We're gonna, I know, right? We're gonna have to make a cartoon like a new age SpongeBob, and like we're gonna be the plankton. We're gonna try to get the secret formula.
I'm not used to seeing lemon slices with the chicken, but it actually visually it looks good, and I imagine that it'd be very good. Now, is that a Hispanic flair to it with the lemon?
No, that's inspired by Matty Matheson. He's also one of my favorite chefs, and he's like this crazy ass fucking Canadian.
Yeah,
dude. Very loud in his. Yeah. So I saw how he made fried chicken, and then he ended it with like the lemon slices. And I'm a visual person, like I'm into photography, and like I create the content for. It's me and David that create the content. But we create our own content for the page, for the Instagram page. So we're like very much about colors, and we're very much about textures.
The appeal and
appeal and everything. So so like this chicken is like purposely browned in like certain areas, and then I purposely ended it with some form of like it was like a sauce that I made that would typically it's actually I can talk about this. It's fine. It's so in Philly they do these wings, or I think it's Philly or Chicago, one of those two, but they do these wings where it's like honey hot buffalo honey butter sauce. So I decided to, like, while it was cooling off as I was taking it off the fryer, just like dump it under so it kind of like sucks up all that flavor.
Yeah.
So that's the glaze that we're seeing.
That's the glaze that you guys
Wow,
see.
okay.
I mean, the fried chicken skin here looks delicious. It really
For
is.
real. For real.
Yeah. I put a lot of thought and love into this.
Yeah,
shit,
you know,
why.
needless to say, yeah. I mean, good aesthetic.
The way you
great
described
aesthetic.
that, yeah.
And the contrast of the color with the lemons, and it's just a nice looking dish.
Yeah,
It's
great.
a simple dish, but it's a nice dish.
Simple
Yeah.
but effective. You know,
And,
great
right.
aesthetic.
That's honestly a lot of the food growing up. You know, where I come from, like it was in the most like it wasn't no lobster, no steaks or anything like that. But it was like so humbling, so delicious, and
Exactly.
that's what I want to do. These are all ingredients that you can have at your house.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
So you'll be focused primarily on soul food.
So I want to actually, I don't want to take that away. Like soul food is soul food, but I would like to do like my take on it. Because what I love about soul food is like the history behind it. Like, you know, how the reason why it was known for like black people to like be the ones, you know, selling chicken, because that was like the only thing they could have to sell after, you know, being they abolished slavery and all that stuff. So that's why I love food so much too, because there's a lot of history on it, and I feel like it's something like it's nice when you educate yourself on something, and then like you're able to sit down with somebody and then share it with them.
Yeah.
That's even fucking better, and that's kind of what I want to do with the food. You know, I want people to sit down and talk about it and share it. Like,
Dude, that's a great perspective, honestly.
Yeah,
you
it is.
know?
Yeah. So much of a culture is in a culture's food. I mean, you go overseas and you wanna try the food as much as you
Yeah.
want to meet the people and see
Right.
the
Exactly,
sights.
man.
You want to try the
100%.
different
It's a huge
food.
part of culture. Yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah. So, this is kind of like, in our bio, I have its food done with alma, corazón y vida, which means is done with soul, is done with life, is done with love, or it's done with heart, is done with heart, is done with love, is done with soul.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's my version. It's not, you know, there's a lot of shit, you know, because I do love soul food. I love all kinds of food. So this is all kind of like a mix of everything that I've learned and picked up through different shit, and that's what we throwing on.
Dude, yeah, like you said, that sounds super humbling and authentic. And you said, I'm sorry. So you said it's a food truck, though. Okay.
Right now we're starting up doing local deliveries and catering.
Okay,
services.
nice. Okay.
Yeah, and eventually, you know, we do want to definitely move on to
For
food
sure,
truck.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So great step so far. Great start, honestly,
Thanks.
man. So if we wanted to order some from you, could we do
How
that?
do we
you
get in
know?
touch with you?
Yeah, so
yeah.
on our Instagram page, which is Gordito Lindo with 2 underscores, you have my number and David's number, and
Okay,
then
great.
or you can, you know, whatever's easier. You can DM us, you can email. There's no fucking rules to ordering food.
Yeah, of course, exactly.
Yeah,
What about email?
Email works too. Yeah, we have an email that's linked up to the page
Okay.
as well. So yeah, our phone number's on there. You can DM us, hit us up on email,
Yeah.
text us, call us, whatever you feel comfortable doing.
Exactly, man.
And yeah.
You guys need to have like a couple like shirtless pics of you. You know what I mean? Like oil and all that. I think it would help, you know, a little bit. Speaking of aesthetic, you know.
Yeah, I'm
just kidding. I
plan
don't
on
know.
buying some shirts with the logo. Once you,
Dude, honestly, yeah, I think that'd be great as well. That's the next step as well. Merchandise.
Merchandise
You
and
know,
all
if
that
you've
stuff.
already
Yeah.
thought about that, but
because you guys have the food. I've tried a lot of their food so far, and no lie, it's great.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. We're definitely, that's what the next couple steps is you know, that now that we have the logo, we got the copyrights for it and everything.
great. Okay.
So next up is definitely investing in like merchandise. and
Exactly.
stuff like
Just
that.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, I think the logo's pretty sick. I'm pretty proud of it. I'm working,
Yeah, man, no,
I worked on
I-
it for like a while. You know?
Yeah, man, we can't wait to see it, and obviously on your page as well.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's you'll see all that on there.
I guess because that'd be weird. I guess if it wasn't, you know. But yeah, man, awesome. Well, yeah, we're very excited to try this. So I guess we'll dig in.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Very excited. All right.
No, it's really good, actually.
Is it different? Like a different taste?
Yeah. The glaze is really good. Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, we're about to try it. So I'm getting a forkful. All right, guys. Holy shit!
Really good.
Wow. I mean,
The glaze is just on point.
Dope. How you guys like it?
hold on. I have a mouthful. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I see that. It's all good, bro.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
I mean, don't be spinning into the mic. Oh, damn, I spin my mic.
But yes, Jose, that's phenomenal. And it's, you know, it's funny because like I'll see cooking shows sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
guys cooking or whoever, and like whatever they're cooking, they'll give a sample to whoever they're cooking with.
Yeah.
Try this, and then try it. great. They have to. I mean, obviously they're not gonna, you know. So I feel like cheesy when I'm like, oh man, that's fucking good. That's fantastic, man. Like really, great job. That's an understatement. Wow.
Yeah, we mean that too, because we're not getting paid to say it.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. Exactly.
I'm not being paid to be here.
Exactly.
There we go.
That's how you know we're all being honest.
Exactly. For real.
Yeah, I just fucking met you guys today, so
yeah, you're right. Actually,
yeah. But that's the beauty. You know
great
what I mean?
vibe, great vibe, man.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah. So not yet, because we're honest so far. You know, I'm just kidding. But when we get sponsorships, we're gonna have to appeal to them. But no, yeah, yeah, great shit, man.
Good shit, bro. I'm glad you guys like that. I'm glad you guys fuck with it. Yeah, this is just more of the things that me and David are trying to bring. You know.
Yeah,
and,
man.
Yeah, like we're basically trying to the food that you would, you know, the food that's like in like those holes in the walls type of places, like that's the best.
Exactly, huh? No one would really think it,
like,
you know.
100%, bro.
Yeah, like your grandmother's cooking, you know what I mean? And this we want to take from all aspects too. So I know we're Mexican improving cuisine, but then we live in the South, and that's why we grabbed the things with the wings that we did.
Okay, yeah.
Right, because it's like wings is it's a very Southern thing to do, right? And it's fucking delicious.
Yeah.
So what we did is I actually made the first one that we have is alitas al toque, which is I made the sauce for the wings. Like I made it off of these Peruvian pepper paste, and then some garlic and vinegar and a couple other things in there, and you know, and then eventually David hit me up and he's like, yo, we should make alitas al pastor. So it's like basically the flavor of an al pastor taco, but putting that into a wing.
Yeah, okay.
And we fucking did it.
Yeah,
it's fucking amazing. Like it's one of the few times that I've envisioned something and pictured it in my head, and it came out exactly.
Okay, great,
and
man.
if not better.
Yeah,
those are the best.
Yeah, and so far it's been like that for me and him every time we cook. So you know, like hopefully we can keep it up. You know?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Just keep the momentum going. You know, well, we definitely will buy some from you, you know, and give them plugs and all that. And especially, you know, if we start getting paid, we'll give you free ads.
Yeah,
we'll give you free ad space, legit, man. But yeah, man, no, great company. Not only your company, but great company yourself. Great vibe, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
Thank you for being
absolutely,
our
man.
first
Thank
guest.
you, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, great first guest.
It's been a great time.
Yo, I'll come over when you guys do.
Yo, you are more than welcome on the
Yeah?
podcast. Come over anytime.
I'll bring some goodies. You know,
Exactly,
it'll
man.
be like a thing. Yeah,
Special goodies.
those two.
But yeah, man.
All kinds of goodies. But yeah, man, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming, man. Thank you for sharing the experience with us.
And what's your Instagram one more time? Spell it out.
Yeah,
Let everyone know.
It's Gordito Lindo with 2 underscores. So that's GORDITOLINDO __.
2 underscores, guys.
2 underscores, not 1, not 3, not 4. Just 2. Just 2.
Don't get it twisted.
2.
Don't get it twisted. Don't you think about it for a second,
Motherfuckers.
Dick.
But yeah, once again, thank you so much, Jose. We can't wait to chill with you again, have you on, or even just chill.
Yeah,
thank you, man.
You guys
Thank
are
you for your
fucking
time.
great. Love you.
Love you, man.
Later.
It was so good.
You like the chicken?
I was supposed to say half for you, but I ate the whole damn thing. Now I feel like an ass.
I'm gonna see this guy.
There's a whole other piece.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, yeah, that was our first guest on this podcast. I think it went incredibly well. Good dude, great service or great company, great startup.
Definitely.
I learned a lot about.
Great insight.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
That chicken was delicious.
Yeah, and that's an understatement.
Fantastic.
Very unique tasting. I loved it.
We wish that you guys could honestly experience that, and hopefully soon you guys will when he gets more momentum in his
but
business.
in the meantime, you can always follow him.
Yeah, exactly,
there you
exactly. But yeah, so I guess we'll transition to date/news articles and all that. Jamal,
Okay. Yeah, I got a few things we can talk about as far as the whole dating aspect. I'm sure everyone here has probably experienced a bad date or just a funny date, a weird date in general, right? I'm sure you guys experience some crazy stuff. You know how that can be very surprising, especially if it's like the first date. It can be very surprising depending, if the girl really looks like who she says she's gonna look like. But anyways, I'm gonna read off some funny, awkward stories that people have experienced, and maybe we can potentially relate to it and talk about it. But the first one is from a female. She did not name herself, but she titles her story "Let's Not See Each Other Ever Again," and it's very, very, very short, But here it goes. She says things were pretty normal during the first half of the night, but then things got really weird. He sat next to me in a restaurant booth and proceeded to slide a butter knife up and down my thigh. He then went on to ask what my response would be if he told me if he had 5 dicks. Yeah, I never saw that guy again.
What?
Yes, that's the story. So, can you guys even imagine yourself as a man even attempting to do that to a woman? Like,
man,
is that a immediate sexual thing?
That's
like,
just some serial killer shit.
That's just fucking weird, man. Like, I can't imagine seeing 5 dicks in just one porno.
Like, yeah, exactly, right? That's too much, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't imagine, you know, obviously what goes through his mind, because does he think that's like flirty, like a hooker? You know, like is that his way to like try to flirt and get us in?
Rub a butter knife on your leg?
Does he think that that's gonna?
Like, does it still have butter on it?
I think that's the biggest concern here, guys. Yeah, you know, especially if there was butter on there, I would judge him even more.
And I would judge him even more if it was I believe it's not butter.
Exactly, you know, very specific, you know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't get that. Yeah, that's definitely a major red flag already.
For sure.
Is that all?
Oh, there's a few more.
No, I know, but all for that story though.
For that story.
Interesting. That's I'm glad that he did that. That way it shows the weirdness and all that, and it's already a good place for her to stop talking to him.
Yeah, crazy right off the bat.
But yeah,
that's good. Show your true colors early.
Exactly. I know exactly. Good for him.
Good for someone out there that likes to be buttered like a.
It's so weird. It's almost like, you know, like he doesn't get social cues. If that's the case, there must be something up with him for him to do something like that.
He's
you know,
trying to butter her up.
But I think it's the last thing he asked was like very over the top.
Oh yeah, especially that. Yeah, I think we kind of forgot about that one. Yes,
let's talk about
that's even more serial killer. Like, yeah.
Wait, what did he ask again?
He's like, he then went to go ask me, the girl, what my response would be if he told me if he had 5 dicks.
See,
like he was born with 5 dicks.
Especially that. Like,
what was her response?
It was ... Yeah, I never saw that guy again.
Yeah, there we go.
They didn't
Rightfully so. Yeah, that's. I mean, obviously the butter knife thing is super weird. That's already crosses the line. But like, I don't know, man. This guy kind of gives me a weird vibe.
Well, yeah, sitting
to say the least.
Side of the booth before the butter knife.
Oh yeah, even that.
Yeah.
Even that.
All right, you guys ready to hear another one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This, I believe, is from another female, and she titles her little story, "I Need to Leave Now."
Oh shit.
Damn.
So I'm gonna go ahead.
Damn, now is in all caps.
Damn.
It is. Okay, so let me go ahead and read it. I agreed to meet up with a guy I knew through mutual friends. We decided to drive around for about an hour, just talking, getting to know one another. It was going so well, so we started making out. He then whispered to me, "Would you pee in my mouth with a funnel?" Luckily, my cousin texted me and then I said I had to leave. And he got out of the car and asked me how much I usually pee so he can go buy me a funnel at the store. I blocked him as soon as he got out of my car. What do you guys think of that?
Wow. She bought it? She bought them?
She blocked him, yeah.
Whenever wow.
Yeah, immediately.
So she's into it then?
I think there was a couple boundaries he passed.
No, for sure. But for her to say that, you know, she bought them immediately, you know what I mean? She must be somewhat into it though, right?
Right, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like that's not a negative one. It's a positive, weird one.
Exactly. That's exactly.
Well,
what I was
I don't think she would block him to begin with if it wasn't like weird.
That's true though. Well, I mean, just the way that it ended like that.
Yeah.
She bought them immediately.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think she would hesitate?
And isn't the title "Get Me Out Now"?
Exactly.
Hey, I didn't write these stories.
One of those women, huh?
Yeah, one of those.
You know, speaking of relevant, I guess, topic. I kind of like wanted to start my an Onlyfans account just so I can sell feet pics because women have that privilege no matter what, you know, especially if you're a good-looking woman or even just a woman in general. These guys are going to pay for pictures of your feet, you know, and it's like they'll pay $20, $60, $80 per pic, and it's like, dude, I'm missing out on that shit, and I wish there's more of a market, honestly, for male feet pics.
Dude, all that males have is dicks.
Dude, seriously, but like, I don't think like we can sell dicks like that, like the image of dicks. You can't
just sell dick pics.
No, dude, like women, anything that they want to take a picture of, they'll make money. With us, like, that's what sucks about being a man, because like with a woman, when you're a good-looking woman, especially, like, you choose your mate, essentially. Going back to biology and all that, you choose your mate as a woman. That's why guys are considered animals and they'll fuck anything and all that. But women are the one who picks the guys. So it's kind of like, that's why we treat women's bodies as temples, because it's like they're not animalistic like guys are in that sense. But so low key though, I if gay guys honestly asked me a picture of my feet, I definitely would. Maybe not dick. Honestly, that made me a little uncomfortable to do that. But like, feet
might be
pics,
a little gay.
Honestly, I feel like I have enough pride, or maybe not enough pride. I don't know what it is to sell feet pics. I definitely would. It's just weird to ask if anyone,
sees my feet.
Like, dude, for real.
I bet you those webcam girls make a lot of money.
Dude, they probably do. At least
like a webcam guy can't make that much money.
No, dude, that's what I'm saying.
They do.
What? You know what?
You paid a few times?
For the guys? Which is cool.
Jeez, I hope not. No,
I hope not.
I don't go that route. But no, man. I get interested in, or not really interested, but curious in certain things you can see online. And I paid one time just to see what happened. And oh, thank you very much. And it's like, oh shit, okay, let me give her another $20. And I just got overboard.
Of course. I mean, and you're the kind of people that she feeds on.
Yeah. So I was a sucker. I don't do that stuff anymore. Obviously, that was like way like. When I first started,
like 3 weeks ago.
No,
I'm just kidding, but I'm kidding.
No, that's a good one though, for real. I like that. But no, it was more so when I first started watching porn.
Yeah, no,
I mean, I watched that. I never paid for it, but I watched the webcam stuff until she's like, "Oh, send me this, and I'll do this."
Exactly. It's like, nope.
And then I'm like, "Nope." You just got punked, man. Bitch.
Or there were times where where I watched porn where the thumbnail itself will have like a 30-minute scene, but when I click on it, it's just a trailer, and I'm like, oh man, you fluked me good,
Dude, sometimes I'll see a really good trailer, bro. I will search so many porn sites to find that full video of
I go on Google and type in both porn stars' names and see if it comes up.
Bro, I'll just go type in the scene I'm seeing in the trailer.
Exactly, and most likely one porn site will have it up, full video, bro. Dude. One time I paid $1 for 7 days of Pornhub Premium for free. Or I mean, it was $1, but essentially it was like a fucking good ass deal, dude. They have so much more to offer on the premium. I thought it was like, oh, you just pay a little, you just pay for a little bit more, quality videos. Dude, it's like a whole new site. Crazy, yeah. Great seats. It's insane, So,
I watched some of the premium when the quarantine happened because they were.
Oh, they had free ones. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
I definitely caught up with some Mia Malkova.
Hell yeah, I know. Dude. That's what I'm saying. Like with her, just porn stars in general, they have so many more scenes that are displayed, for free. Like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I got another one.
Yeah. Please, Jamal.
It's a very short one. This is more of a one where we can probably get opinions on, like. Mainly thinking about from the female's perspective, like you should know when a bad date's gonna be a bad date from the get go. So here, she names this her story a great first date idea. So here it goes like this: instead of rescheduling, one guy took me to a funeral on a first date. Then afterwards, while eating dinner, the conversation was so awkward due to nothing in common. I couldn't even look him into the eyes. So. What do you guys think about that? Like,
that just sounds like a depressing ass date.
Why would a female even accept to go on that first date? Like, you know what I mean? Is she's not trying to make the dude feel bad by going to a funeral, or is that like?
So it was the guy's idea for the date at the funeral.
Yes.
It was him and she.
Instead of rescheduling, he said, "Why don't you just come to the funeral of my dead mom?"
She had to get dressed up and shit.
Wait, it was for his mom?
No, it's not. But it could have been anyone. You know what I mean? I don't know the details.
Damn. Yeah, she must have felt bad. That was a pity date.
Was he trying to smash? Like what? Yeah, that's
possibly the vibe was like he was trying to smash because he was just so upset, and maybe she couldn't accept that responsibility.
So he was trying to make her vulnerable enough to have sex with him.
Possibly that could be a tactic.
That could feel so bad. Yeah,
that's like.
Oh my god! I can actually see that.
That's like some low key rape, man.
Make him seem like a sentimental guy or something.
Right, yeah, make him seem like a sentimental guy. Damn. He put a lot into that. It probably wasn't even a funeral he knew anyone at. It's probably just a random funeral.
I know, right?
I mean, we still don't know if they're still dating though. It didn't end saying it was bad. It was just a weird thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, once again, that's already a red flag though. Yeah. Someone invites you to the funeral for your first date. Like, what kind of date is that? You know, it's and if it is a case of him trying to, you know, sound vulnerable and all that, like, oh, I lost somebody, or I'm so sad. No, you want to like have sympathy sex with me? It's not the, I don't know, it's just not the way to go about it. But like everyone,
that's definitely like
people don't surprise me. People really don't surprise me. Like if these are true, people don't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. There's some interesting stories here online. I'm wondering if anyone here has one of their own to talk about. Anything that comes to mind?
I don't know. Well, it wasn't really my date, but I did have a girl tell me we were walking the Beltline, and she told me she went on a first date with one guy, and they were walking the Beltline, and he lived off the Beltline, I guess, and they went into his apartment, and she told me that he just started smoking crack like right then and there.
Damn, dude.
And I was like, "Are you sure it wasn't weed?" And then she's like, I'm sure, because he was like cooking the bowl and all that stuff. Like it was like he did it like crack. Like,
yeah.
I'm just like, damn, what a way to do a first date.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She said she left like right after.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't consider this like a weird date story. It was just it's somewhat relevant, I guess. But so I was and I'm sure I'm safe to say this, but I was seeing this girl who was engaged, and this was back in like 2013 or so, and 2014 maybe, and I didn't really know for a while that she was engaged. I just knew that she was maybe seeing somebody, which still, I'm still wrong in that sense. I'm not justifying it whatsoever. At the time, I'm like, oh yeah, it's like a power move in a sense, like fuck yeah, you know. But looking back, it's a horrible feeling. But yeah, and so, she would hit me up and whatnot, and we had sex a couple times, and then I found out that she was engaged and all that, and I even met the dude a few times. Great dude. And I remember one morning we had sex or whatever, and then I dropped her off at her townhome. So she had those small ass driveways that's like right, like connected right to the house.
Yeah. And
so very close to the windows and all that. I drop her off, and she kisses me on the lips. It's like one of those like intimate kisses too, right in front of the house. And her husband's car was there.
Oh shit!
Damn. And she kissed me on the mouth, and it wasn't just like a peck. It was like she was trying to like kind of make out, not a full make out, but just like a little more of an intimate kiss than normal. And I remember thinking, holy fuck, I could get shot in the head right now. Because her husband was like that. I mean, he wasn't hot-headed like that. He was a nice dude, but like, dude, she was such a nice girl. That's one of my worst fears, honestly, is that happening. Especially with you thinking / knowing that your wife is like, your wife or your fiance, you know what I mean? And just not to have any suspicion that she would ever do anything like that. I can't imagine it. She
just didn't care?
She didn't care. I mean, obviously afterwards, even after like, we had sex, it was one of those like soap opera type reactions where she's like, I can't do this. I can't do it. Like legit. Yeah. And so I remember, when she left and all that, yeah, we had an understanding like, yeah, we really can't do it. We didn't hook up ever again after that. We talked every so often, but we just knew that, or at least I knew, I'm sure she did too, that it's just not worth even talking, looking, like have that incrimination history of text and all that and blah, blah, blah. So so it's somewhat relevant to what you're saying, but I think these topics of what I just talked about with, fiancés or whatever, with girls cheating, I'm sure we have more stories that we can talk about at a later time with that. We'll probably have a new segment for that, okay? So yeah. I have another one, but we'll save that for next time though.
Yeah, I definitely have one we can talk about later.
I definitely have a few.
Exactly, man. It's so fucked up.
Damien definitely has a few.
Damn, homie.
All right.
Yeah. I saw this one video the other day where this dude, the skater dude, was doing nothing wrong. He might have talked back to the cop, but nothing else. And so the cop was standing beside him, and the whole time the kid's like listen, man, like what did I do? Like if you want to charge me, like arrest me now. What are you trying to look on your phone for? What are you trying to like look at my records for? Because you can't find anything. I've never been in trouble. What are you doing? And the cop just ignored him and all that. And so after like 10 minutes or so, after the cop was on his phone, I guess looking stuff up on this kid to try to get him for a charge, the cop was just straight up like, yeah, you assaulted a cop, which he did not at all. The whole thing was recorded. If anything, maybe the cop approached him and the kid just backed away. He didn't even like touch the cop. Maybe like, to push away, but he wasn't trying to push the cop or anything like that. The kid was like, he was like 17 years old and he's like, what are you doing, man? Like, quit. Like, what are you trying to, just please tell me what you're trying to like charge me for or arrest me. So ultimately the cop couldn't find anything on him and ended up taking him to jail for assault. But it's like, if that were the case, you would have fucking arrested him 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Instead of letting him sit there while you're on your phone trying to find something, So it's like,
what was the result there?
End result after court, I don't know. I just saw the video beforehand, but it seems like hopefully he'll be let go. Maybe, I don't know if I'm getting this confused with another story, but I heard maybe the cop was let go actually, or suspended or whatever. I think it's the same story. So hopefully the cop got suspended.
That's why I'd like to see every cop have to wear a camera at all times.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's never his word against yours.
Exactly.
It's just
yeah.
the evidence.
Yeah. And I think especially now they're gonna start doing that more. They've banned chokeholds unless they need it for self-defense. I definitely see that because especially before, all cops had to do was shut their body cams off and be like, oh, it just wasn't working at the time.
Right.
So, but yeah, so I'm glad with everything going on. From a utilitarian perspective, I think it works out for the greater good with everybody. Where, you may not agree with these acts in general, but for the greater good, for the bigger picture, America's waking up and things are being done now to change this ideology, to change these policies and all that. So, so that's the part I agree with, the bigger picture of it. All right, guys. Well, I guess that's it for now. Thank you guys for joining in again. We can't wait to talk to you guys next time and all that. So God bless, guys. Peace and love.
See ya. Have
Enjoyed
a great
it. Have a
evening.
good night.
Peace.
Thanks, guys.
It was a great time.
Mm-hmm.